Good morning, children. I am your English teacher. Today I am going to start second book, Moments. Everything is written on the blackboard. Moments we also know as a supplementary reader. Before it we have completed chapter number 2 from Beehive, 2 poems also. Now I am going to start Moments supplementary reader chapter number 1. Students, it is very interesting chapter and I have told you 2 and 3 chapters are deleted according to latest CBSE norms. Due to COVID-19, syllabus is reduced. The chapter number 1 is the lost child. Student, you know, lost means खोया हुआ बच्चा. The name of the chapter is Lost Child, खोया हुआ बच्चा. This is very interesting story about a child who is very fond of toys. You can say sweets, जैसे गुलाब जामुन, बर्फी, लड्डू, जलेबी. छोटे छोटे बच्चे जो कुछ भी देखते हैं, they attacks very much. Students, in this chapter, The Lost Child story is written by Mulk Raj Anand. Mulk Raj Anand is an Indian novelist. He belongs to 20th century. There are main points about the story. I am going to focus the story. Students, first of all, the child goes to the fair. Fair, you know, sometimes there is a local fair at the time of Dasara in October and November month. The child goes to the fair and it was the spring fair. People were going to the fair. This child with his parents is also going to the fair, and there other other things attract the child. Why? Because he was a child. He was innocent. Whatever he thinks out of the area, and sometimes the little child ran with his parents. He was overjoyed. He was very happy. When he remained behind, his father asked him to come, but he attacks. He sees here and there. Student, this is the first point. Second point is other things attack the child. There are many other things who attack the child. When he sees outside the flowers, the mustard, he attracts very much, and his father said, come with me, but sometimes he attacks. Third point is various scenes of the fair. It means कि fair में आप देखते होंगे, you can see there are many points, there are many things in the fair, and he sees various scenes, various kinds of things in the fair, and he was calling, you can say कि some fruit seller, vegetable sellers, toy seller, they were calling, sweet seller, these seller were calling gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi, and water began to come in her mouth because he was fond of sweets, and barfi was his favorite dish. Barfi was his favorite sweets, and he was very fond of barfi, but his father did not mind it. He always said that come with me. Students, in next point, the various scenes of the fair. He sees many kinds of things in the fair, and sometimes he distracts. The child is lost, and he was going with his fair, he was going with his parents, and he sees many things. He sees natural things, and the child went ahead with the parents, and he heard a flower selling. He was selling a garland of the gulmohar. Gulmohar, you know, it is a kind of red flowers, and he was preparing a garland. He was selling. The child went to the flower basket and he demanded, and at last the child is lost. At last the child is a lost student, because he was seeing here and there, and at last he began to disperse in the mob. And when parents saw backside, the child was not there, and the child then saw a snake charmer, and he was a kind of juggler, you can say. He was playing a flute to a snake, and many people were gathered there, and he also went there and distracted, and he was lost there. You can say the child is lost. the child is very bad shape. It means last point, the child is very bad shape. Fifth and sixth point, it means this is very typical situation. In this situation he forgot कि my father is not here, my parents are not here, and he began to rain because he was innocent. And the man tries to locate the child. There was a man, when he was crying, a man came here and he saw him. Why are you weeping? And he pretended many kinds of gift to various things. He tried to give him sweets, but he was crying. He was only saying, I want my father, I want my mother. It means a student, he is not saying about barfi, gulab jamun, laddu, any XYZ. The child is taken to the flower seller and sweet shop. At the last, the person who goes take to the shop of the flower seller and sweet shop, because barfi was his very favorite sweets, but he only said, I want my father, I want my mother. Students, I hope that this chapter is very clear. If it is not clear, so in next video I will again discuss. That's all.